Live and okay. Good afternoon, everybody. It's your man, all the way George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Bodybuilding Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. And today I have a very special guest, one Miss Mary Ann Wieckowski. You got it? You got it? You got it?
You're very close. It's
Ah!
Wieckowski. Cow. Just think cow.
Cow,
Wieckowski.
yeah,
Wieckowski.
cow, yeah. I got to move the
Like,
cow. I got
it's
to move
one
the
of those
cow part,
names.
but I'll get it.
Yeah. I
I'll
know.
get it. I get it. I had a problem with wanting to leave cashmere. I was calling it Quashmere because I look at the Q, but then she said it's cashmere. So I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I'm getting tired. Now today, she is prepping for a show. She's going to be competing at the Baltimore Pro Masters. This is coming in October. And we just want to check in with her and her plans, her thoughts, and also maybe like a part two of the last interview. There's so much stuff that we like to know, some information. I think a lot of people are curious about Miss Wachowski. I got a lot of good feedback from our interview.
Oh,
I
good.
mean, people enjoyed the interview, they enjoyed the conversation. I think they like Carl the most.
Wait, isn't that funny? Well, because he's real. There's no fake about him. I mean, you saw. I mean, he's just like he'll jump right in and put his face in there. But I'll tell him that he'll love that. He'll like that a lot.
Yeah,
That's great.
yeah, it's going. It's good. Because it's great that he cares for you, loves you. He's a
Yeah.
sweet guy.
I
So
tell you,
anyway,
I
yeah,
couldn't do it without him for sure. I
yeah.
mean, and I'll show you right now. Yesterday, he made me. This is chicken. Okay,
Oh,
just wait. This is chicken for the week. So
oh,
all this chicken, I'm prepping now. Probably about 16 pounds of chicken.
mm, that's
Okay,
that's
so he has
that's a,
it's called a sous vide, I think.
it's like a soup or something like that or something.
No, you put it in like a plastic bag. When you stick it, it's like a vat, and it's hot water basically, and you put it in, and it gets to a certain temperature. Well, all the juices and all the vitamins are left in in it. You know, it's so delicious. It's so moist. I can't even hardly eat regular chicken. Like even I used to like grilled chicken. Forget it.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. So delicious. So that's a lot of work. I mean, 16 pounds of chicken,
Yeah.
so that just, so I'm prepping it all now. I'm getting, I use these isolator containers, nice little, and I put everything together because if I don't do that, then I reach for crap that I shouldn't eat.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. Look at the little things that we used to have a Chinese restaurant in town. Used to little things used to put our food when we did takeout.
Yeah, yeah. Exactly. Those little, I
Yeah.
love those things.
Yeah. Anyway, I got a friend of yours here, Michael Fears. He'd like to say hey. So
Hey,
hey,
Mike.
Michael. Yeah, I appreciate it. And like I said, she's prepping for a show which is the Baltimore Masters. As you know, the Masters are a division where it's bodybuilders who are over 40. You
Watch it.
know, yeah, good amount of. And as you know, I did a video where I talked about how that the Masters division should be considered a qualifier for the Olympia. And we talked about this before. As you know, there's a growing number of women who are now,
Chills all over.
yeah,
Just you
who are,
talking about it, I got chills everywhere.
yeah, the chills are getting the guys excited. Yeah, but like I said, this it's I talked about this before. I did a video. I did like a thing where I talked about how there should be a qualification. Now, I remember I was doing some research, and it was a while back. Chicago Pro had a Masters for
Right.
the women, and they dropped it. And there's a lot of women like this year. If you looked at the lineup at the Tampa Bay Pro, there was quite a few women who were competing at that show, and the debate was was that a good show for some of those women? Like, as you know, some women, you got to think about it. It was strong
It's
contenders. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I can't imagine, you know, there's women that believe me, I idolize, I look up to. Their physiques are amazing. Um as you get older, you have, obviously we have issues with things, maybe might be a little bit more difficult. And it's tough. I mean, when you're talking about competing against women that are, I mean, I'm 57, so I'm almost 60. So potentially they could be 35 years younger than me or more. I mean, that's insane. I mean, and then I guess the argument could be that, well, as you get older, you have muscle maturity and all that stuff. But I don't know. I think it's, I would like to be on an even, playing field. The Baltimore show is 50 and over, which is fine. I mean, believe me, I'd like to go up against younger women too. If I ever can, we'll just keep seeing what this body can do, and I feel great, so, but go ahead, George, what were you going to say about the Masters?
Yeah, because I think the Masters, I think you talked about how they should make it a qualify for the Olympia. And
Mhm.
there was just had the Pittsburgh Pro. You in about a month ago.
Right.
You have the Baltimore coming up, and I think and also this is what's at the Tampa Bay. They had Physique Plus for women
Oh,
over 40 in Physique.
okay.
Yeah, and that would have been a great show for you to do if you.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Sometimes I swear it's hard to find. I'm looking for the shows, and I don't have a lot of experience at the pro level, so I'm trying to find those shows that are 50 and over. So I didn't see that, or maybe they added that later and I didn't check. But that's great. That's great to know. You know what I mean? And that's an amazing show, tough show. Well, anything that was a Wings of Strength show, right?
yeah, it was, yeah,
So
because they
I'm
had.
hoping next year I can definitely do one of those. Meet some of these ladies. Some of them I met already, but it would just be wonderful.
Yeah, because also I got an interview coming up in about a few days with a lady. You were at the same show together, and that was Wendy Sanchez.
Okay.
And she competed in the women's bodybuilding division. And I'm
Oh,
interviewing with
nice.
her, and also another lady who's 50 plus, and that's Shay Machada. I'm
Okay.
talking to her,
Nice.
and it's just like I say, I really like to talk to some of your ladies because it's hard to get to the superstars. Everybody wants to get
Yeah.
to the superstars, but
Yeah.
it's great to get to women, people like you, who I can say you got your boots on the ground, 10 toes down. And I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
y'all the ones who's seen what's going on here behind the scenes and all the other stuff that's going on. It's great to get y'all acknowledgement because I remember you
Yeah.
said this was my interview was the interview I had with you was your first real interview.
Oh,
You know,
absolutely.
and and it was a pleasure to be somebody's first. It has been a long time for
You
me.
never forget your first. I told you that.
Yeah. I hate to tell the details of my first.
Yeah. Damn
Yeah.
it.
But it's just like I said, the sport really needs is one thing that keeps it going is generations. You have women like your age, and also as you recently there was a new competitor who just got her pro card. That was Hunter Henderson.
Okay.
Now she earned a pro. She worked. She competed. She made a debut as a bodybuilder at the Omaha
Right.
Pro, and then she earned her pro card at the USA's,
Okay.
and then she took second at the Tampa show.
Damn.
And that's pretty good. That's what you call that's pretty good for somebody who just
Yeah, that's called focused. Eye on the
yeah.
prize, and because I tell you what, you have got to. I know for me, this go round has been tough. I've had some issues, that have taxed me emotionally, which is you got to be careful because when you get stressed out about that kind of stuff, cortisol, you have that thing, and it's just not good.
Mhm.
So hopefully I have a handle on it now, but it's just like anything, George, you gotta coach yourself through it. You gotta, try to stay positive and all that stuff. So I'm trying to do that. You got to prepare for success. You just got to go grab it, and I'm going to grab it.
Yeah.
And I found out it was funny. I was really wanted to compete against a girl that just beat me. I beat her to get my pro card. She went pro in figure. She competed as a pro in figure and physique, which I don't understand, but okay. And she beat me in physique. So I thought she was going to do this show too, because we're the same age, so we're going to keep seeing each other. And it was funny. I put something on social media, and she messaged me right away. What show you doing? And I said, well, I'm doing the Baltimore, sweetheart. We're going to go at it again. And she goes, oh, I decided to do the Reno. And I'm like, yeah, I bet you did. But that's okay. That's all right.
So there's another master show, the Reno.
I guess so. Yeah.
No, that's pretty interesting.
Which I don't really know. I don't know. I'd have to look into it. I didn't look into where it was or anything. But yeah. Yeah, I was kind of looking forward to that. But that's okay. I'll see her. Yeah. I know I'll see her at some point.
Yeah, that's the best thing to do like this. If you can, find other competitors there, somebody who's friendly enough, who's willing to help you, they can probably take the list and stuff like that. Yeah. Generally, I mostly go by the shows that the Winter Stream set up because I try to do. Because I try to do. I did one show was a Texas Pro. They had that this weekend. And like I said, one of my ladies who follow me that we chat, she sent me a thing and said, I don't do shows where it's just there's no female bodybuilder attached to it. But I did the show because, as you know, at that show there was a competitor who got her Olympia qualification. That's Linka. I can't say her last name. I'm going to say her last name to talk it up. She got a qualification at the Tampa.
Okay.
And then she loses to Ashley Jones, who took third place at the same show. Right. And I talked to her. What she already has a qualification. Why would she not just go ahead and sit out and prep for the Olympia? But I was talking with other ladies that said that, well, as well as I do, is that they were telling me it's about the money, and the prize money for that show was, I think it was about $5,000-$6,000 for women's physique, and the men they were getting about
better to 300.
Yeah.
400.
Yeah, and the men would. Yeah, the man was. This is a funny thing. Like I follow Janine Wieckowski.
Oh, hold that thought for 1 second.
Anyway, we're talking with Miss Mary Ann, and she just stepped away for a second. Speak among yourselves.
All right, I'm back. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. But I follow Janine Wieckowski, and she took third place at that show. Her third place was $500. Mm-hmm. And she did win Best Poser, but you got to think about it. The Tampa Bay is a bigger show. And
do they get money for that too if they get Best Poser?
Best Poser. Yeah, you get a prize. That's set up by a certain.
Like a sponsor.
Yeah, by a sponsor. Because I know. Cool. Remember a while back. I know Melly Specco, and and she used to her company used to sponsor for some shows, especially I think for the Best Poser. I've seen her before. Her and her wife will come on the stage a couple of times, and they give pies out. And that's the thing is, you would think a show like Tampa, especially a Tim Gardner show, third place should be at least, I would say, $2,000, for third place. Yeah. And then it's crazy how, like I talked to some ladies how they y'all have to do more. You have to makeup, hair, jewelry. Your posing suits. You gotta have two. You have your prejudging and your finals. And then the guys all you gotta wear is $50 banana hammock, and that's it.
It's true.
Yeah.
So how much did the top man get?
I don't know. It might have been depending. Like I said, I don't follow the men that well. If I check it, I was hoping that Jared be here.
I'm just curious. I know they're. I don't know. I guess we shouldn't say since we don't know, but I know. I would think it's considerably more, but again, I don't really understand. I don't understand why a winner of a bikini or figure gets more than physique and bodybuilding. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't think it's right. What I was told, and I think I said this last time, was that it's sellable. It's more. I guess it looks more obtainable. They can, people can relate more because they're not so muscular. I really think that I don't think that's true anymore. I think that there's a lot of people that are like the muscular look, I think sometimes that people don't want to say that they like it, which I don't understand. I mean, in today's day and age, we got all these, there's so much going on, and they won't accept. I don't get it. They won't accept, more muscular women. I don't get it. But
It's about the comfort of of the everyday Joe. Now, me, like I said, I'm a fan of you ladies. I love your physiques. I love your bodies. You are truly athletes, and it's about the comfort of the regular, everyday Joe Schmo.
mhm.
And they don't see the idea like a guy can be big and freaky.
Yeah,
You look at Big Ramy or a guy
yeah,
like Phil Heath.
yeah.
They can be big and freaky, but the women, you
No,
can't be like someone like Renee Tony
yeah,
or Tina Lockwood or even Natalia Costanova. Was it Costanova?
yeah,
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 you can't.
yeah,
Yeah, because she's huge. I mean, she's
yeah.
huge.
Oh my
Yeah,
God, there's some of them that are I don't. It's like you scratch your head. You're like, God, how they do that? And there was one girl. I think it's Amazonia.
that's her. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Natalia. Yeah,
she's
I would
young.
call her Amazonica, but you have to some her
How
name.
old is she? She's
I
like
think about
26.
30,
I think I saw something. Maybe she's 30 now. I saw a
about
picture
30.
of her, and it said 26. I couldn't believe it. I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, yeah.
She's 26 and looks like that. I'm like, oh my God.
You remember
Oh,
that time that
yeah,
Russian got disqualified because of the whole thing in the Olympics a few years back,
yeah, yeah,
and that's the debate. I think people are just not comfortable with it. But
yeah,
this is a subject I'm gonna go up with Chris. As you know, I usually do it first before I do an interview, but I do it right now because while we're talking, we had a situation of a lady who passed away. Not that just this weekend, I would say. That's Miss Alina Havani. She was a professional. I want to give a moment's silence to her and recognize it, and we'll talk about her situation a bit while after. So let me give a little
yeah,
moment's silence to.
absolutely.
Yeah, okay. So okay, so and that's one of the side things about your sport because I've done about a bunch. Just last week I did John Meadows. He passed. I
Yeah,
usually don't do as many of the men, but where I had people come, I had some people like telling me about it. So and just I said, well, I might as well do it because how much he was respected.
yeah,
There was a young lady who was a figure and a physique competitor, Sophie Graham. She was like 27 years old. She died, and
yeah,
it's just that's the thing about the sport. People talk about your sport, people dying, you're dying, but you got to think about it. Even in the regular sports, there's been athletes that died on the
yeah.
field. Boxers
Sure.
die in the ring, you know, and it's just like anything.
I'm
It's just something
surprised.
happens.
I'm surprised we don't see more like UFC guys and stuff that the way that they get beat. It's a surprise that you don't see more of them. I mean, maybe there is more and we just don't know about it. I don't know, but yeah, it's scary.
Well, as you know, I do a lot of commentary about WMMA, which is women mixed martial arts,
Hmm.
and with that is that one thing is not as much as the fighting; it's that weight cut because
Yeah,
they have to do extreme weight cutting. You can be, you can be like this close. You got time fight night. I remember as I was talking with somebody, another MMA fighter that I did an interview with, like right back, how that time Chris Cyborg was coming to the UFC,
yeah, yeah,
and you remember that she had a special ESPN and how
yeah.
she was like getting in hot water, wrapping a towel. She was crying, and that is extreme. That is
Oh,
dangerous.
that's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah, and
running and wearing a suit to cut
mhm,
that weight.
yeah, and that is dangerous. And would you ever consider doing something like that, knowing that because I know one thing I know a lot of bodybuilders they want to push out the extra water because it makes your veins pop, gives
Yeah,
that vascular look. Because
yeah. I
and
probably would. I
yeah,
probably would. I mean, uh, I don't know. If it's something that like that I've never really done it because I've never really had to, like, even when I power lifted, I was, I guess the one cutoff was 165, was 148 and 165. So I always tried to be at the top of the scale, like 147 or 164. You know what I mean? If I was going to be in that division. Um, but and and if I was close, then I would just, but I never had to do it extreme. My daughter did, and we went to she was like a half a pound or a quarter pound heavy, and she put on her sweats and she ran in the inside of an indoor pool till she sweated it all out, and she made the weight. And the good thing about it was that she got to eat right away. Like, you just weigh in and you compete the next day. So then they eat, they eat up. But yeah, it's when you get. I know for me in competition, you get a little crazy when you get to that point when it's right there and you're ready to compete. You're ready to go, and you're kind of like, okay, what do I need to do? And if my coach said to do that, I would. Now, if that's a little different than sticking something else in your arm or something like that. That's different. But if I had to do that, I probably would.
Yeah, because
But
I know that's.
I've tried Lasix. I've tried that, the pills. That never worked for me. That actually did the opposite for me. It flattened me out. It was never. I know for a lot of men do it, and I had a different coach at the time, and he coached a lot of men, so he told me to do it, but totally,
Yeah.
one of the worst shows I ever did.
Yeah, that's the big, because I was talking with some people who's in the sport, in your sport, and we were talking about we might even have plans about doing a discussion on this weekend about the dangers. Was it one lady I follow, Stephanie Fletcher, who was Physique, who switched to bodybuilding. She posted on IG and talked about her situation. I this is one thing, if people know me or don't know me, I have a pacemaker because I have congestive heart failure. I had a heart attack years ago, and because my fraction rate was so low, I had to get a pacemaker. And I take Lasix because if I don't, it will cause my heart to swim in water, and I can drown in my own. Yeah, yeah. And that's the thing is with Lasix, it's like if I take them, I feel like a racehorse being chased by a glue truck in a Kentucky Derby. I'll be peeing every other hour. But that's the dangers.
Every 5 minutes,
about every 20 minutes, just about. I mean, I'll be in the bathroom.
There's not no hour, no way.
It'd be like every in an hour. It'd be like maybe 4 or 5 times in an hour.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
now if I see you reach down and do this, I know.
No. Yeah, I'm gonna pause and go. I'm peed out for the. I take mine in the morning, and by the afternoon I'm peed out. But I try to keep some juice or some something around to keep me, because you got to need potassium. But that is the dangers, because it's just one of the dangers of the sport. And people look at usually check out, y'all, what y'all doing, y'all on these drugs, y'all that, but there's more drug use in the stereotypical sports, football, baseball, basketball. It wasn't that long ago they had that whole congressional thing when they went after baseball players.
The baseball players.
Yeah. Went after
you can't tell me that they don't, but people think in their heads, oh, they're cheaters. They cheat. And you're kind of like, well, no, it doesn't mean that we don't have to work out and we don't have to eat. I mean, it's not what it is at all. It does, it can help you in ways to push more weight. So, you can develop the bigger muscles, that kind of thing, but it's not, to me, I don't see it as cheating. I think it can get dangerous if you use too much. And one of the reasons why I went with my trainer is he does not believe in too much. I mean, he wants you to live a good quality of life, and I'd like to live, So we're very cautious and very about if I take anything, when to take it, and then to be off. You got to be off and clean your receptors and do all those things. I mean, and I don't mind talking about it a little bit because I don't think anybody talks about it, and it's kind of like
taboo.
Yeah, it's like, come on,
Yeah.
You got it. You got. I mean, at some point, I think can we just be honest about it? At least a little bit. I mean, you don't have to say everything, but come on. I mean, and I would like to be honest about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Come on.
come on.
Come on.
What happened? What happened to the girl that passed away? Did you?
Well, the information where is where it's kind of sketchy. Where I'm hearing is
Yeah.
scuttlebutt, where it's probably diuretic. She might have been using a diuretic. She went to the hospital. She was competing at a show in Spain. She's a Czech bodybuilder. She competed at a show in Portugal
Okay.
a while back, and then she was going to compete at this show. And then with the information, she went to the hospital in Spain, and then she didn't come out. She was 46 years old. She had a husband. She had children, and I think I might can let me do this real quick because I think I have a picture of her somewhere. I think somebody sent me some social media
Yeah.
of her about it, and I'll give me real quick because I know one of the ladies I follow sent me the because it's just sad how this happens, and the thing is that sometimes it's preventable.
Yeah.
I understand that.
That sounds like it's yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, that doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound like that's enough to kill you. But it's funny though. But I know. Do you know anything about rhabdo? Did you ever hear about that?
No, no, never heard of that. What is that?
Rhabdo is. I know a lot of CrossFitters get it. And again, I can't really speak on it, but I know it can be deadly. Like when it comes on you, you better, if you don't get to the hospital within a certain amount of time, it can kill you. And I have a friend of mine that competes at the NPC level, and she got it, and she was down and out. I actually saw her in my last show, thankfully, and she looked fantastic. But I talk about scary. Just seeing her in the hospital with all the IVs, they had to flush her with fluid. But we'll have to talk about that maybe one of the next times I come on. But it's typically something like more of a CrossFit athlete gets. But this girl is a physique competitor, and she got it. And it has to do with diet and how much you push. And when she was pushing hard, and it was like, thankfully she knew enough to get herself to the hospital.
Yeah. Well, anyway, this is her right here. Yeah, and she was, like I said, she competed a couple of shows. She competed at the last year, the same show she was compete this year. She competed last year. Her and both another competitor who was from the Czech Republic, just as her, Margita Zelolova. They both took first and second place last year's show, and she, pretty,
beautiful.
yeah,
Beautiful.
pretty, she was, like a lot of, it's a great lot of women from that part of the world. She's like she's from Czech Republic.
Yeah.
A lot of strong female bodybuilders.
No question. Look at those shoulders. Damn.
Yeah, she's huge. And like I said, she was, somebody's wife, and also she
I
also
remember seeing pictures of her.
Yeah, and we see there's pictures of her with her. Where is it? Should be right here. This was from when she competed at the Roper show last year.
Damn.
Yeah, looked pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And you see, I know I saw these pictures where you see, look.
That's
she, and this is right here. I think this is her kids.
Oh, God, they're little.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And that's sad because I lost my mother last year, and I could never. It's just hard to lose somebody like that you love, and especially when you're little.
They need their mother.
Yeah. Anyway, I got one of my followers, KL Ain't No Angel. Wow, she looks amazing. And also, he wants to ask you a favor. He wants to know if you can flex for him a little bit. Get her to flex. Yeah, go ahead, flex for KL Angel. Yeah, KL Angel, she's gonna flex it for you, brother. Yeah. I hope you have your tissue and your lotion out. Yeah. Yeah, the Smos loved it. They love it. Yeah. I think that's why you were so popular.
Isn't that nice? And you know what? It's so funny because I don't mind. It's like somebody has to. Okay,
Yeah, because I think one thing when you out and about and you're wearing something very revealing, like something with your shirt, your sleeves cut out, and your
Like
shoulders.
I just well, actually funny you say that because I trained legs this morning, which was tough, and then I stopped at the supermarket and I went in like this, and um, lately since I've turned pro and I guess you know I look good enough where it gets people's attention, and they've been very like I went to out to dinner and I went into the restaurant and I think 3 people asked me to take a picture with them, and I was so like taken back. And the one I actually put on my Instagram, it was a young girl, like maybe 11, and that got me because I remember when I was that age and the first time I saw a female bodybuilder, and I was like, you know, and I loved it. And right away she said, "Are you somebody famous? Can I take a picture? Can I take a picture with you?" And then I took a picture with her mother. And then the man who seated us, he's like, "Can I take a picture with you?" So it really is really very nice. And I love it. I mean, it's very, it's good for your ego for sure. You know what I mean? But yeah, I love it.
That's
So
great because that shows you that especially children, I think, are a little bit more open minded compared
yeah,
to adults because they see like the woman like you see like, wow, she got to be a superhero,
yeah,
or
yeah.
they
And that's how they look at you, and you just see it on their face. They just go, and they just look at you up and down, and it's they're so honest. They're so there's no faking in them. It just comes out as it comes out, which is just wonderful, you know.
yeah.
And especially a young girl, and I kind of said to her, I took her picture and I said, she took my picture and I said, you can be anything you want to be. Like if you want to be like me, or if you want to be a doctor, if just know that you can be what you want to be, and that makes me feel good. Because so if I could possibly be a catalyst for her in some way, that's wonderful.
Yeah,
Isn't that what life's about?
that's good to be somebody's idol.
Oh,
My biggest idol was, I was a big fan of when I was coming up. My big brother, he was like a he we like I say this. My mom, she took care of us. My big brother, he was the oldest of the boys. 'Cause we had 3 sisters, and I was the middle, and my brother was the youngest, and he was my big brother. He looked out for me, and I think about him. You know,
yeah,
He's that. You look right here over my shoulders. That's a picture of him with his daughter
yeah.
right beside
Isn't
him.
that wonderful?
Yeah, and
How long ago did he pass? He passed away.
it's been 18 years.
Damn. Wow.
18
Wow.
years. Yeah,
Isn't
it
that
was
something? You
just.
still feel like so. I know. I obviously lost my parents, and you do. It comes. You always have them, right? There's always something that I don't know. It could be a smell. It could be a song. It could be just a feeling, and you feel like they're with you. And but I certainly miss them for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah. I miss my mom. It's just been like a year since this summer, and
Yeah.
it's just so. That's good.
I know. I
So
know.
anyway, let's like I said, like one thing was you're like I said, being a grandparent, like your little granddaughter, she was so proud of you.
Oh, she's such a doll baby, and she was. I mean, she just ran over when I came out when I was done, and I came out and I came to the edge of the row, and she ran over to me, and she was just like, and I think I posted it, so I'm down like this, and it looks like I'm holding her like this, but I'm not. I'm holding her, and she was just smiling and looking at my makeup and everything, and she goes, "You're beautiful. You did wonderful. You won." She said, "You won." She's just a doll, just wonderful. And it's funny because I boxed with some clients in the basement, and her mother, I boxed with her and her father. So her mom was, we were doing mitt work, and Shay was there that day, and and she wanted to do it too. And I'm like, I got to get you little gloves, but then she's not in school yet. So, but then it's, you have to have that conversation that this is for defense. You're never going to get, so, it's for defense.
Not to pick on anybody else or be a bully.
She would make the face and come at you. And I was like, oh my gosh, what are we creating? But I think it's all good. And it's nice because I think her tendency as a little girl is she's a girly girl. She likes her dresses and look, she's, and I'm more of the tomboy. So, when I'm with her, we're playing and we're doing, stuff like that. And I think it's a good mix for her. It's good to see all of it. And then she can pick what she likes.
Yeah. Pick what lane she feels like. And that's good. You know? So anyway, as we were thinking about, we were talking about how you're prepping for this show for Baltimore. And what's your feeling of it? How you think you're gonna do with this show?
Well, I got to tell you, to be honest, I got to get my shit together. That's why I'm getting all this. Meet with the nutritionist tomorrow. So is it 8 weeks? I think I'm gonna do well. Let's talk again right before the show, and I think this is a good time too because you can kind of see where I am. I gained about 10, 11 pounds since the Pittsburgh. I've been trained. Some of the things that I was lacking in, I really hit hard and I can't wait. And I think I got the jitters out. Like it was my debut. So now that's behind me. So I'm really looking forward to getting out there again. I think the more that you do, like when you're like this, the better it is. But, to be honest, there's a part of me thought maybe I should just wait and, work on my deficiencies. And then I got Messino on the phone and I asked him. And again, it's just like anything. You have those moments of doubt, especially with us, with bodybuilders, we look at each other, we look at ourselves and we're like, oh, I look horrible. Oh, I'm not cut enough. Oh, I'm not big enough. Oh, I'm not, whatever. And, I got him on the phone and he said, Marianne, you need to do the show. You're right there, and then we'll talk about the plan going forward after the show. And it just straightens your head out. It makes you think, just makes you get back on course, and I'm looking forward to meeting with Jordan tomorrow. And again, that's another kick in the ass that you get. With the plan put together and then, but what's amazing is it happens quickly. Once you tighten those knots and get your head straight, you eat right, train right, sleep right, get your water in. It just happens. I'll send you pictures.
That's cool. Appreciate that. I'll make use of them.
It's all good.
I posted I have my Facebook page, which you're a member of, which is the Lions Den Female Bodybuilding Community.
Yes.
Everybody check it out. We try to make positive, attention for these ladies. We post news, pictures, anything that If you want to be a member, like I said, I just saw I got a new subscriber. I appreciate that. If you like to be a member, I will post it later in the description. Yes. And you can check out the page if you want to join. You want to post pics. If you're a fan of female bodybuilder, you want to see support, because there's a lot of pages on Facebook. Most of them, pretty average, but we try to give more of a positive spin and their attention.
Yeah.
And it's, like I said, with this sport, it's still considered a fringe sport, and there's a lot of competitors who, it's just recently I saw on IG that Kristen Mendoza decided to, after she took second at the Chicago, and decided to drop out, because of the advice of a coach, And I like one thing is, like, with your coach and your trainer, when you give you advice, something like that, would you take it? We say, I got opportunity. I got, there's the Savannah coming up. That's a Olympia qualifier, and and also the Rising Phoenix qualifier. Would you listen to your coach say, we'll step aside, or we take that shot if you had the opportunity to?
Well, she obviously thought that he was correct for her to drop out like that. It's a tough thing because I don't know specifically who you're talking about, so I can't look at the pictures and go, what the hell is she thinking?
Let me see.
But I know with my coach, I mean, we're very close, and I know he's going to give it to me as he sees it. And to tell you the truth, when I asked him about doing this show, I thought that he might say, "Yeah, I'm glad you said that. I think you should." But he didn't. He did the opposite. So, if they have a relationship like that, and he's very respected in the community, in the bodybuilding community, I can see that. And again, it's a tough thing. If you go against him, I don't know. When you're up at that level and you're competing at that, it's just like how do you not go forward? Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how do you not push through that?
Yeah. Well, this is some pictures. Yeah, that's her right there. Because she originally was a Physique competitor. She gained her pro card at the 2019 Chicago Pro Miss International show, which was a pro am show. And
was that a recent picture?
That was from Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah, she competed at Chicago Pro, and
then she decided. Then she was supposed to do what show?
Well, there was possibly that she might have done Savannah, and also she was supposed to do the Rising Phoenix because with the Rising Phoenix this year, it's invitational.
Right.
So you have to sign in your paperwork, sitting in, and you'll get invited.
Right.
And last year she did Savannah Pro last year, and that's the only show she did last year. And she decided to drop out. I remember she did an interview with a guy from who I follow on social media. That's AJ over at Female Bodybuilding channel, and she talked about switching to wellness at one point.
Really?
And and she took second at the Olympia. I mean, at Chicago, the same show where Sheena Olick took first.
How the hell could she switch to wellness?
Well, she said she was thinking about it. She said she was thinking about doing.
Come on, with all that muscle.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the wellness category. I think it's pretty cool for women who have that kind of build. But even if she can't, she would have to come down.
Yeah.
She would have to come down.
Yeah,
right? I mean, they would go, you're too big for wellness. You're too big for figure. You know what I mean? I mean, look at her. Mm-hmm. She looks phenomenal. Yeah. I don't get it. I don't get it. But again, we don't know all the little.
Yeah, the all little stuff because.
Yeah, and we're not looking at her right here, right now. You know what I mean? So maybe she had something happen. Maybe she looks like shit. It's hard to believe that she looks like shit.
I don't know. That's something. It's just like it just.
You just scratch your head like, wow.
Yeah, it gets my curiosity. I'm wondering. She didn't look as impressive as she did when she competed at the Savannah last year. I think she took 5th at last year's Savannah, and this is like.
I wish I looked like that, man. She looks fantastic.
And this is the last show for a qualifier because that's next month. It's one of the last shows for a qualifier for the Olympia. And you would think, I forget if they do the point systems, right. And you would think she would want the opportunity, even if she comes in good condition like she did at Chicago or better, she could possibly qualify for the Olympia or get enough points where she's already.
There's got to be something else. There's got to be something else. There's got to be. She looks phenomenal. She looks. Yeah. Fantastic.
We can do Scooby Doo. You'll be Daphne. I'll be Shaggy. Zoinks!
I know, right? Oh my gosh, she looks so good. I don't get it, but I wanted to show a couple of things.
Go ahead.
I don't know if you have more questions, but I wanted to show a couple of food things.
Go ahead, because this is about you, baby. It's about you.
I showed you my chicken. So for my zucchini, let's just open. I cooked it already.
I can't stand zucchini.
Really? I think it's wonderful.
It's just so bitter. I remember it's like...
This is they sell it at Giant has it, and I think Publix in Florida has it. It's like $3.50. 5 minutes in the microwave. That's it. It's done. You don't have to cut it up. You don't have to do. It's so nice and easy. Then sweet potatoes, steamable. They're in the potatoes section. They have regular potatoes and they have these. 5 minutes in the microwave. Done. I'm all about that stuff. Let's see. I use the Dave's Killer Bread, thin slice, because usually I can only have one slice. It's like 45 calories. Yeah, so I guess it's pretty much all I eat. Egg whites, cod, zucchini, asparagus. Asparagus, there's no shortcut. I haven't found one. If anybody finds one, please let me know, because that would be nice.
If any of you out there know have a hack for asparagus, please share with us, because I mostly, because I don't, like I said, with me, because I used to take care of my mom for a long time. I picked up a lot of weight. I used to be about 460, and then after she was gone, I only take care of me now. I started eating broccoli more. I cut back on my sweet stuff. I try as much as I can. I drink more water. My last doctor visit, everything was pretty good, and I dropped down from around 450 to 420.
Fantastic! That's great.
That's been within a year. I get up in the morning, I do little exercises, some more football calisthenics,
and now it's habit. Habit.
So what I had to stop for a while because my shoulder bothered, because I went to my arthritis. I got arthritis. It's crippling up in my body. It's just I'm getting old. I'm falling apart.
It happens. I'll tell you what. I felt like I needed to come home. Today I did. I think he was trying to kill me today. I had to do wide leg squats. I think it was 9 sets. Started with 20, 15, 12, 10, 8, 6, 3, 12. So 8 sets. So from going to depth, let's see if I can do it now. Okay, so your wide leg, right? Oh, my God. Oh, freak, my legs are killing me. All the way down. I mean, all the way down. I actually hit the thing at one point. So right under my butt cheeks, like they're on fire. That was difficult because I just did it about an hour and a half ago. So they're tight, but it's right there on both sides. It feels like somebody took a hot poker to it, because I did that. Okay, so that's 8 sets. Then I did leg press, heavy, because he told me, he said, how did he put it? You should be able to push a formidable amount of weight. So I did a lot of weight, but I got to bring my legs into shoulder width, to the strong position. 40 reps, 40, 36, 30, 24, 4 sets. That's a lot of reps.
Yeah, that's a lot. You gotta,
and then leg extension.
Yeah,
but it's great stuff. So people don't understand, like, why are you tired? And then I still got to do cardio. I got to do like 45 minutes of cardio, which is gonna suck.
Because you got to think about it. Doing those reps is like one time I follow a lady on social media, and she said she got to do a leg day. I said, well, do like this. When you do your leg day, imagine you walking through hell, smiling like you own the place.
Yeah. You know what? It's a love-hate thing. Everybody wants to have a nice butt, right? You want to have a nice butt. You want to have nice legs. It's just you're not going to get them sitting on a couch. You're just not going to. So what are you going to do? Do you want to cry about it, or you want to try to fix it?
Because that's the thing is, wait a minute, I'm right there. Somebody just sending me something. Quickly, look, I'm sorry. I hate with this. Somebody on phone. You talk amongst yourself. Yeah.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, talk amongst yourself. Yeah. All right. That's nothing. All right. But like I say, it's a lot of hard work. You got to be dedicated. You got to, it's not just as easy as just, eating vegetables and, and everything else. You have to really, have a passion for the sport.
Yeah.
And you have to know what you're doing.
Yeah. And you can't, I tell you, another thing. I don't watch much TV. Like I watch Netflix and Hulu and all that stuff. Um, and it's great because there's no advertisements, so you don't see the pizza, the Domino's pizzas and all that stuff that they're, the food porn that comes at you.
Mhm.
Um,
Oh,
that's
boy.
that's helpful. I'll tell you because I remember, because then it's almost like makes you want it. It's just and it's scintillized because they put the pizza like right here, like pizza. It's like
Yeah, because that's just me being a fat
ice
man.
cream.
If I look at food, I'm gonna put on 10 pounds. I mean, and it's just I remember what was it? Especially to tell you the worst time is not to watch TV when you're hungry.
Well, it's just like don't go to the supermarket when you're hungry.
That's what Mama always told me. We
Yeah,
don't
she's
ever
right.
go.
Smart
Don't.
woman.
Yeah, she was. Don't go to super. There's my man Jared. Yo, Jared. Hi, Jared. I thought Jared was gonna come on, Jared. I thought you wasn't gonna come on because I sent you a link, Jared, so you can get to talk
Very,
to her. Yeah, but Jared's sitting in the audience. Hi, Jared.
very,
Yeah. Jared is my. He is my
very.
hand of the king or hand of the emperor. He gives our information and
Yeah.
facts and stuff like that. And he's a pretty cool dude. We were planning to do because there was a show, the Europa show was on this weekend, and I told him, so Jerry, I might do an interview with Miss Marianne, and we could probably do the show later because we tried to, we talk about shows. That show was a pro qualifier. One of the ladies on the show, Magita Zamalova, she was one of the top three qualifiers on the list for points, and now she's in the show. And also another lady who's just also got in the show was Sava Matti, because over in Europe, there's not a lot of shows, competition,
Yeah.
and especially a lot of these competitors that like to come over here and compete because there's more shows,
Right.
and with they got to do quarantine and
Yeah. Oh my God, it's a whole
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Well,
because
I don't know if I told you the girl from Canada that beat me. She was coming across the border and with her husband, and they let her come, but he couldn't. So he had to literally get a ride home, and she had to get in her car and drive the rest of the way to Pittsburgh from Canada.
ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a lady that I followed a while ago. It's a lady I reached out to about doing an interview by the name of Marlene Perron. She just got back home like no more than about a week or so ago because she did Chicago Pro. We've been talking for, and I'm hoping to do an interview with her.
Good.
Oh, here's another one of my brothers. This is one of my brothers for my CS Combat Sports family. This is Combo Breaker 99. Combo Breaker. He says, "What's up, all? Mary Ann, can you flex the guns?" Oh God, Combo Breaker. I got you addicted, didn't I, brother? She's flexing for you, Combo Breaker. Yeah. Yeah. Ever since I started, I got a lot of people that follow me, and especially because we talk about serious combat sports, we talk about MMA, we talk about mixed martial arts. Combo Breaker, he does his he does stuff with interviews. He has his little podcast.
Nice.
I come out every time we chat about MMA because it's a growing sport.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah. Because I think one of
we get anybody for me to box, I'll box. That'd be fun.
I'll see. Hey, Combo Breaker, you want to box, Mary Ann?
You just
Maybe
have to
Jared.
get headgear, mouth guard. I love the fight. It's so much fun.
And I would think about it, but then
you're a lover, not a fighter, George.
No, I'm not. And then I get DQ for excessive holding.
Yeah. God, I can't get him off me.
Say, no, I can't. I just want to say. I was holding. I be like, I'm not fighting. I'm just holding. I'm just holding. Wait a minute. I'm out. But like I said, this is fun. I enjoy talking with you. I enjoy talking with you, ladies, because your lives, what you go through, the good, the bad, the ugly of it's just fun because, like I said, this has been my mission ever since. Like I said, I started doing this because my mom was sick. I was taking care of her. I need something to get my mind off of it, and help out. Yeah, and like I said, I got a couple of interviews coming up. Like I said, Miss
There's
Wendy
a girl
Sanchez.
I'd like you to interview. She actually just went pro at the Pittsburgh and actually I think she was bodybuilding. Her name is Jessica Savage. I hope I get her
What's
first
the
name
next
right.
name?
I always call her Savage. I'm one of those people who's like a military. I like to call people by their last names or if they have a nickname, So I think her first name's Jessica, but I've kind of followed her over the years. Really nice girl, and she looked phenomenal. And she's getting ready to just off season now, so she can prepare for her debut. But if I'll talk to her. If you could get her on, I think she would be great.
Well, what I'm gonna do, she at the Pittsburgh Pro. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check and look at on the NPC online. I
Yes.
think I look at the NPC in the and
Oh,
it's Jessica, and I see what she looks like. And if you
so
can,
good.
if you can give her my information,
I
you have
will.
my email and stuff like that. I would love to interview her. I would love
Yeah.
to see how she's doing.
She has a good story, and she's very humble, which is really nice. And I think she's a girl to watch. I just can't believe how good she looked, how good she came in, and she was still such a good person. You know what I mean? So I wish her all the success in the world, but I'll definitely give her your information.
Yeah, that's good because like I said, I know a lot of these ladies. No one, like I said, this thing is, no one's really giving y'all opportunities to speak and talk to you for yourselves. Because the fact is, most, like I said, there's a lot of channels out here on YouTube that's dedicated to male bodybuilding. There's and I think it's only maybe a couple of guys. There's DD on the spot. Ryan, he does interviews with female bodybuilders. There's me now, and maybe some others.
Yeah.
But like I said, y'all ladies really need the attention.
Yeah.
You need to be seen as not just these women with big muscles. You are, like I said, you're a mother, you're a grandmother, you're a competitor, you're a girlfriend, you're a cook, you're just all around woman.
Yeah. Thank you, and we appreciate that. I know I do. I can't speak for everybody, but and I enjoyed today when I was leaving the gym. I was getting my protein shake, and there was a 70. He was in his 70s, gentleman, who just started asking me questions, and his question was, how do I build muscle at my age? And and it was funny because I went back to like the basic stuff. I'm like, how do you eat? How do you eat? How do you, I said, if you want to do these things, you got to eat correctly. And I said, that's like 90% of it. But again, here's a guy, he's in his 70s. He's bringing his butt into the gym. He's got 2 shoulder replacements. Okay. 2 of them. And he's there. And so right out of the gate, he's winning because he's moving. And these are the things regular people need to understand is, if you got to change, like you changed your habits. You changed a couple of things to change things. That's huge. And that's all you need to do. You need to do little things to take you in the right direction. And then when you got them down, then you do a couple more things. You know what I mean? And it's all good. But, I love helping people. And I heard from another lady today that I must have met her, I don't even know where. And she said I inspired her. And, and then she said, she just had her 50th birthday and she was very upset, and I said, well, let's talk. So if I could talk to her and get her on the right track, that's wonderful.
Yeah. Well, we have another lady just popped in. I think her name is Brooke Burrell, and she said, "You are awesome."
Oh, thanks.
Awesome.
I love it. Thanks, Brooke. Where are you from?
Brooke, if you know where you're from, just put it in the description. You can put it in the comment section. I think she, like I said, might be some, a lot of people. I post stuff every so often, and I got my followers. And she might have just popped in and saw the.
Yeah, good. Well, that's nice. I love that.
Yeah.
I love to hear that.
Yeah. So anyway, big question for you is like, how's Carl doing? I miss my buddy Carl. I was
Carl
just
is wonderful. We finally got a nice weekend alone together, and
oh,
it was really, really overdue because I've been prepping and been to Florida and back, so I've been mean to him. At one point, I think I said this. We were prepping food, and he gave me a little bit of crap. This is right before the show,
mhm.
and I said he was giving me crap about the weight, and I said you didn't take off the tails. It was on the shrimp.
Oh,
You didn't take off the
not
tails.
again, not again, not
And
again.
we had this thing, and everybody in the house, my daughter was there, her boyfriend, and everybody in the house went,
Message.
they said nothing. And then I knew it was bad, and I felt really bad. So I went upstairs. I came back down, and I said, that was funny, wasn't it? And I said, I'm really sorry.
Yeah. It's like it's like a scene in Jurassic Park when we say, "Don't move."
Exactly.
Yes, don't
It
move.
was bad. It was bad.
Wait a minute.
I was a jerk.
Brooks said, "Marianne, would you ever be willing to train me? I'm a guy in
I thought Brooke
a guy.
would have been a man.
Yeah, okay. I'm a guy in a wheelchair from the Bronx, New York. My name is Brooke Burrell. Okay, so he's from the Bronx, the Boogie Down
From
Bronx.
the Bronx.
Yeah, Boogie Down.
Yeah, we can talk. Sure.
Well, like this, Brooke, leave your information in the comment section, or and I'll send it to Marianne. If you got an email, IG, anything like that, I'll send it to her and see. Maybe she can contact with you.
Yeah.
Just
Thanks, Brooke. Thank you very much for that. Absolutely.
Yeah. See,
if I can't do it, then I will try to put you in the hands of somebody that can, because I do actually know somebody that trains wheelchair bodybuilders. And boy, he's a great guy. I actually am he has a couple shows coming up in Allentown, which I think I'm gonna help him with. He's a promoter for that. So yeah. So definitely. So if I can't do it, I definitely can get you somebody that can.
That's pretty good, because like I said, you might even get a client out of it, because I know that's one thing. One thing with your sport is that a lot of bodybuilders, they become trainers to other people. They help other people prep for their shows. And I know one person said that he's aspiring bodybuilder, because as we said. And I know one person said, like, it's a lot easier if you have a coach that can be exclusive. Because if you have somebody who's a competitor and they help you prep, it may be not as good, because they got to focus on.
It's that can be tough. Yeah, I agree. It's nice if you can get somebody that does the whole ball of wax, for sure.
Well, like I said, this is fun. But like I said, everything, like there's an old saying, everything must come to an end. And I know she just look at that, look at that, you smokes. I should have brought her on here. Now I gotta probably put the adult thing on my interview now. But like I said, an
exhibitionist, honestly.
Yeah, she's an exhibitionist. Yeah.
I'm not shy, right?
No, you're not shy. You're not shy.
You're not shy. That's for sure.
Yeah, I remember one time. This was like I used to work. I told you before, I used to work at a strip club. And one night we were joking around. It was a slow night, and one of the girls said, "George, why'd you go on the stage?" Nah, because I look like a gorilla from the mist. I'd be like, they won't be throwing dollars at me. They're throwing bananas. I mean, I'm hairy, and it's just It would be, I mean, they wouldn't want to see me. They come to see you. They come to see you shake your tail. They want some publicity.
What? You never know. You shouldn't say that.
Well,
I said that before. Carl says that they don't want to see me. I'm like, hey, you never know. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. Like I said,
George, I love you. I have so much respect for you. Thank you for having me back on the show.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I have all the love for you. Oh, right here, Marianne. How long have you been awesome? That's from Brooke Burrell. You're awesome.
How long have I been awesome? I've been bodybuilding since I've been in my early 20s, and I'm 57 now. So it's been a long time. I don't know. I can't say. That's very nice that you think that I'm awesome. I'd have to ask some people. They have to tell me what. I just try to be real. I try to go after what I like, and I always like muscle, and that's why I do what I do. And I just love it. I love the sport. I love it. I love the gym. Just love the gym, and I love what comes from the gym.
You don't have muscles on top of muscles on top of muscles. That's, but like I said, yeah. You say you look 22.
Oh, God bless you. God bless you, Brooke.
Oh, anyway, yeah, but like I said, y'all fellas, y'all get this. This is a wonderful lady. Like I said, her social media stuff in the description. Also, she has a Cash App. She has, you can follow her on social media. Check her out. If you also, like I said, I'm gonna later put in the description to my Lions Den female bodybuilding community. She's a member. So if you want to, you can join and be a member of her. Reach out to her through that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because we really
get on there more. I have to get on there more.
Yeah, if you ever get pictures stuff you want to post or that
absolutely.
And share, that's why I created for a lot of ladies who might want to don't want to deal with the hassle of people.
Oh yeah, that's great. I got to do that definitely.
Yeah. Because I know some people sometimes sometimes you post stuff on other things and people say, that's a man right there. That's a man. So what the hell y'all need here for? And me, I'm the administrator and the moderator.
Yeah.
And I have other people on there. If guys get like that, we delete them. Because
it's funny to me, and I know we're trying to wrap it up, but
go ahead.
I think that I've had people come at me like that, and they'll say, I don't like your food. It's funny that they feel so strongly that they could come and tell you that, but yet it's funny because they don't have a picture on their social media whatsoever. So it's like, I wonder what
those are trolls. Like. Those are trolls. They like to come from under the bridge.
They're horrible,
Yeah.
They're horrible.
And then some of them are undercover. That's
the other thing. Recently too, I had somebody who was just dagger in my heart, and he said to me, I saw some posts. Now we're not even friends, okay, but I have public sight. And he said, I saw some posts. Were they about me? And I'm just like, are you kidding me? Are we in high school? Are we in junior high? If I got something to tell you, I'm going to tell you to your face.
Yeah. Yeah. What is he probably was a girl that that dumped him a long time ago, and he's still bitter.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
All right, George. I love you.
I love you too. This is a sexy lady, a beautiful lady. I like, I want to say this, Chris. If I tell you have a great body, will you hold it against me?
I've heard that a couple of times.
Austin Powers. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
I love Austin Powers.
Yeah, it's a great movie. Anyway, we appreciate Miss Marianne Wieckowski. I get it. I'm going to practice. I'll get it.
Did it.
We appreciate. Yeah, thank you. We appreciate her time. Yeah, you can find her on Facebook. Brooke Burrell. He's also on IG. You say you can. The stuff is in the description. Check her out. Also, like I said, she has a Cash App. Because you know what? Like I said, these ladies they don't do this thing for practically for free. It is tough. It's expensive. It is tough. And any little donation you can provide to help her out, especially she's prepping for a show. That's maybe a few dollars, and probably she can buy a little whey powder, maybe extra in your chicken, or call out on a dinner date.
Buy my ticket to get in the show.
Yeah, that too. So if y'all, like I said, share this video. Comment, subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to her also. We want to get her maybe next year. When they make master shows, Olympia qualifier, we can see her at the Olympia 40 plus, 50 plus,
yes.
60, 70 plus.
Yeah. My walker.
Yeah. You get the roundabout.
Right. I love you, baby.
I love you too.
See you later, honey. See you soon, okay?
All righty.
Bye.
Bye. Anyway, I really appreciate y'all coming by. my brother Carmel Breaker 99, Brooke Burrell, KL No Angel, anybody who's like I say, who's a fan of female bodybuilding. Support these ladies. Support any bodybuilder. Reach out. Even if you can, if you can be a sponsor. That's one thing. Some of these ladies can use a sponsor. If it's not much, and maybe a little something to help them between shows and also during this off season. That's appreciated, and also some support. Not just financially, also emotionally, because these ladies go through a lot. They do. So anyway, it's your man, all the way Judge Page, aka the Emperor of Female Bodybuilding Talk. Don't like, subscribe, don't subscribe. We's out.